Good morning, everybody. This is show 107 with Ruthie Rocks, without Marketing Max and without Jimmy Daig. So today I am on my own. The show may be a little bit shorter in case, unless Jimmy Daig shows up. I think he had some things that might cause this to happen. So anyway, let's start out with doing our stats. First of all, it's going to boom in 2020, and we'll get into that in just a second. So in 2020, so far, there have been 1,416 closings at an average price. Now, I do average. I'm not talking median. I'm doing average of $326,852. And that's about 83 closings per day. And if you look last year, we had 1,416 closings, which is about 79 closings per day. And it was 326,847 average price. I mean, those are just dollars away from being the same, which is really interesting that the end of the year and the beginning of the year, we haven't really changed that much, which is good. And of course, this doesn't take into account new homes. This is the resales from the Greater Las Vegas Board of Realtors, where we get our market report. The interesting thing for last year that I think is pretty cool is that we did 112 closings a day, and that is the total closings of 41,096 divided by 365. So that includes Sundays, and so you know that we're really doing more closings per day if you only take into consideration the work weeks. But the point is that I think that we are doing fantastic. I was listening to the TV yesterday morning, and I heard one of the economists say that 2020 is just going to boom. It is going to be a boom year. And he's saying that based on housing starts, for one thing. Now, if you listen to Dr. Young from NAR, our chief economist, he often talks about how the perfect storm is here with consumer confidence, increasing population, low interest rates, and jobs. So those four things, of course, are booming in our economy. And now the fifth thing that I know that he's going to add to his next report is the housing starts. And there has been an increase of 17%. That's up 17% month to month for housing starts. And year over year, we're up 41%. So those are home builders out there building homes. Now, they don't build it without doing their homework. So we know that they have seen that the backup of buyers, if you will, is they're ready to buy homes. And when they were doing some of this demographics, they were saying that now some of the millennials that are getting older are out there buying, and that's adding to our numbers. So it looks like it's going to be a great year. And I mean, I can feel it, and other people that I talk to that have been in the industry a long time, they can feel it too. It's really going to pop this year. And so I think if you're ever going to get into social media and be in front of people, this is the year, in my opinion. Hey, Leslie, good morning. Good to see you. Thank you for, we're doing a later show today, everybody. So thank you, Leslie. But in any event, what I was going to say is that this is a great year for social media and to be in front of people. And not just saying I'm having an open house, not just saying that I'm going to, I just sold a home, although those things are good. But there has to be a little bit of moderation when you're selling on social media. You have to do more giving, and we talk about that all the time. And I think this is a great year also to get referrals, because if you think about it, if there is a housing boom, people are moving. So guess what? People move to Las Vegas. People move to Nevada. So it's a great time to get referrals from the surrounding states and the East Coast. And on your Board of Realtors site on the MLS, there is Applied Analysis, has a PowerPoint. And if you take the time to go through it, download it as a PDF and read it, you'll see, I think it's the top 15, they list the top 15 areas, cities and or states where people are moving from to come to Las Vegas. So if you're doing target marketing, that's a great place to start and do your target to those places. Now, I mentioned referrals. So one of the good things about LinkedIn is really, it really went wild in 2019. And if you came to any of our classes or listened to me at all, you know that Gary Vee has been really pushing LinkedIn, because he said it's very underpriced attention, very much underpriced attention there. So it is now the world's largest professional networking site. It connects industry professionals with each other and helps those actively seeking employment discover job opportunities, for instance. And it's a powerful channel for establishing yourself as a leader in whatever niche market that you do, or just establishing yourself as an agent in Las Vegas, because referrals will come your way if you're out there and people see you and they see that, you know, your profile's updated, your picture's updated, and that your summary's updated, and that you're on top of the game. And I think it would be a good idea in somewhere on your page, and go there as someone who, that's not you. Go there and just go there. Don't sign in. So just see what other people see, and see where you could put about the wonderful city that we live in, the average price. A lot of, I mean, there's so many good things. So I don't want to go down that tangent there, down that road. But I believe that if you, somewhere where when that page comes up, they see that Las Vegas, the low taxes, you know, that our homes require less maintenance, and you and things like that, you'll become very relevant to other agents that may want to give you a referral because someone is moving from California, or from Chicago, or from some of those areas to our fair city. And it's such a powerful channel. It really is, if you use it. And it's a nearly an inexhaustible source of long form, high quality content. So I think it's a great idea to start doing live video on LinkedIn. And I love, you know what I love about live video is that it can be short. And you can get a great point across with just short snippets of information every day. And there's so much going on, you know, and Applied Analysis has done the $24 billion worth of projects. They've listed them from the total price of the project, and then shown you when it's going to be finished, and if it's a hotel, how many rooms there's going to be. And I mean, you could do that one a day for a month. You can, there's just so many things that you can do a simple live video on. And the point is that you're showing other agents in the surrounding states and on the East Coast as well, that you're on top of what's going on in Vegas. and you can do the job numbers. There is just so much information that you can just take a few moments and do a live video and make yourself relevant and say, oh, by the way, if you have someone that's moving to Las Vegas, I pay a 25% referral fee, and I would give your clients the same professional service that I give all my clients, and something to that nature. Because LinkedIn is it's smashing the stats. So I think it's time. Don't wait. If you come to, I think tomorrow we're doing a lead conversion class, and we're going to do videos, and we're going to, you'll have a video. If you don't want to do a live video, you'll have a video to post up there as well on a daily basis, maybe asking for referrals. But LinkedIn just jumped to 610 million members. And the network has over 303 million active monthly users. 303 million active monthly users. Now, the significant thing about that is, again, this is a professional networking site. This isn't like kids on TikTok or Instagram, or, these are professionals. And these are where real estate agents hang out too. So it's like another perfect place to be. And 40% of those 303 million active users visit the site daily. Now, I post on it daily, so I'm one of those visitors. But I'm here to tell you that the other real estate agents, if 40% of the real estate agents in the surrounding areas are on there, you're going to catch their attention. There's 90 million senior level influencers and 63 million decision makers that use LinkedIn. And I'm just going to give you some of the statistics that I've recently got. 92% of Fortune 500 companies use LinkedIn. 57% of companies had a LinkedIn company page since 2013. 46% of social media traffic to B2B businesses is from LinkedIn. 97% use LinkedIn as a content distribution channel. Now, this is interesting, only 3 million LinkedIn users share content every week. Years ago, when LinkedIn had less than 100 million users, I would tell people, oh my gosh, and there were stats back then. That showed how few people were using it that were realtors. So to me, it was a good place to reach the realtors that were using it. And it really did work for my husband, John. We did post a lot back then, and he got a lot of referrals from using LinkedIn because there weren't that many. And there's still not that many. So if only 3 million users are sharing content every week, I think that if I were still in real estate, and I'll tell you, in this day and age, I sometimes wish I were. I think I could knock it out of the ballpark again. It's a fantastic place to put your content about Las Vegas, and then always mention, oh, by the way, if you know someone who is thinking of moving to Las Vegas, I would love to work with you and give you a 25% referral. And maybe even in the beginning, I have mentioned this to some people, say I'll do 27.5%, or I'll do 30% for a limited time, just to get some sense of urgency there with some of the other people that are on there, some of the other real estate agents. And LinkedIn is responsible for 80% of the business to business leads from social media. So I think that's an astounding number as well. It's one of the fastest growing networks on social media. And on the average, let's see, I think it's 2 people create an account on the platform every second. And so the platform sees about 172,000 new users every day and about 62 million new users every year at that rate. So check it out. We do teach it in our social media day one class because we truly believe in it. And we are building more and more content all the time for the realtors to post to, and if you can read it, you can also say it out loud and use it as a live video or create a video and then upload it. So I love working with referrals, and I'm really speaking for my husband as well, but I love getting him referrals because when you get a referral from another agent, guess what? You know, that's a real pre-qualified buyer or seller. And there's a lot of agents that, interesting to me, a lot of agents that call and say, hey, John, I have some friend of mine that wants to sell their house. And somewhere along the way, as in the past 10 years, people are moving around. So they know someone who has a house here that wants to sell a house here. So it's not just buyer referrals, there's also seller referrals. And when it comes to finding a great service provider, you know, there's nothing like getting that referral from someone and that you trust and they trust you, and you have such an opportunity to give people great service. And it just reminded me when I was with Remax and at one of the conventions and attending one of the many classes that they had, there was a suggestion that somebody gave. So when you go to a convention, or another tip I'll give you, go to a class that's not in Las Vegas. Go to a class to learn something about the industry and go to a different city. Buffini has his mastermind in San Diego, which is a great place to network as well to get referrals. So anyway, what this gal did is that she started working Remaxes in California, and she picked a couple other states. So every time that someone would give her a referral and she'd close a deal, she would send them a beautiful Waterford crystal a piece of either a vase or a paperweight or something made out of Waterford crystal. And it was so funny because then everybody else in the office started doing the same thing. They wanted, they were starting to give out referrals, and there was a competition about collecting gifts from the agents that got referrals. They got referrals from and to. So there's a lot of fun you can have with giving referrals. And if you've had a referral in the past 6 months, just maybe send somebody some flowers and just say, just thinking of you and thanking you because you gave me a referral. Little things like that. And other people in the office see that. So, you know, just saying, there's so many ways that you can extend your reach once you get a referral from a particular agent. And I know that we don't reside in our offices like we used to, but there's still agents that have offices and they still talk to each other. But I think that the biggest takeaway here is go to like a Buffini mastermind or whomever that you like. There's Proctor, there's, you know, a lot of our great people that help us, motivate us, train us, and go out of state and network with other agents because there's so many people coming to Las Vegas. And you're going to earn future referrals from your current referrals. And I've learned that over the years too. Somebody will give John a referral, he'll do a great job. And guess what? In a year or two, he gets another one. So from the same person. Anyway, another great way to build your database and to build your business. And since we're in Las Vegas, we need to use Las Vegas. The icon Las Vegas doesn't cost us anything. You know, you have to pay to use Coca-Cola and Pepsi and those types of copyrighted brands, but Las Vegas is a brand. Why? Because everybody knows it. So let's get ourselves out there and network with agents, either by going out of town and going to classes, or network by using LinkedIn. One of the neat things that you can do with LinkedIn, of course, is you can search for real estate agents, and you can send them things, send them a relocation guide about Las Vegas, send them all the tax facts about Las Vegas, send them information that they can then share with their clients. You know, them, especially Californians who are moving here, and the agents can then they can become, you know, gee, look what I know about if you move to Las Vegas. You know, you can save all this money in your property taxes. You don't have to pay state income tax. You don't have to pay inheritance tax, and so on and so forth. And so you can help them become an expert too. And that will help your relationship with the agent and the agent's relationship with their client. And it's all win-win. And we love that. Leslie, do you have any questions for us today? I'm glad to see that, the flu's been going around in Las Vegas. And a couple people I haven't seen for a few days. And Leslie, it was good to see you yesterday. So if you have a question, just write it in there. But every day you should do a LinkedIn live video, short one, and talk about getting referrals from agents. And you can specifically, I would also specifically every day go and specifically target a couple agents in a particular area. And over time, it's going to pay off. So we've been going, yes, Leslie, thank you very much. I'm like a fish out of water here today without Max asking me questions, because I got to come up with all these things on my own, I guess. I was in California a few days ago, a week ago, I guess, for medical reasons. And I happened to pick up a newspaper, and it says, I got it, still have it here. It says California housing bill gets major makeover and it gives local governments more control. And the interesting thing was, I was talking to somebody I was sitting beside in a waiting room in a doctor's office, and they said that one of the big problems in the San Francisco area, for instance, is they believe that they actually had a housing moratorium. So they weren't building homes because people were building homes 30, 40 miles outside of San Francisco, and then traveling into San Francisco and the surrounding area to work. And it was creating quite a pollution problem. So because California is very concerned about being green, that they put a housing moratorium. And now they're working, I guess, on blocking that proposal. I think it was, let me see if I can see it, SB 50. And they're trying to revise that so that they can once again build more homes. And one of the interesting things that I was talking about in class this week was they are actually talking about allowing with the revisions to the bill to build multi-unit homes, which and build them closer to the city and utilize the land more effectively, and also eliminate the travel time from the home to work to eliminate pollution. So, and it interested me because I just think that means more people are going to move out of California, and a percentage of them will move to Las Vegas. One of the interesting conversations I had was when I was talking to someone in California was the maintenance of the homes is really becoming expensive. And because there's not a lot of home building going on, a lot of the contractors have gone into different types of business. So, it's having a ripple effect when it comes to finding someone to do a remodel on your home or do the maintenance that your home requires because they're older homes. So anyway, just some more food for thought. We're going to delve into that a little bit more and provide more content on Agent Formula's website, so that when you talk on LinkedIn or Facebook and you post or you comment, you have some really good statistics to share. So Monday, excuse me, not tomorrow. Today's Saturday. Monday, we're going to have a lead conversion class. And you're going to get some leads. You're going to get some free videos. And you're going to get a video done in the green room with you introducing yourself. Now, what we were talking about was doing referrals. So I think it would be a good idea when you get in that green room is to do a short video about referrals, about, hi, are you a California agent? Do you have anyone that's thinking of moving to Las Vegas? Well, I would love to take care of them. And here I am, and I've been in the business, let's say, you haven't been in the business 34 years, hopefully, but I have. I've been in the business 34 years. I know Las Vegas. I know what's going on. We have a great economy. Our homes are newer. They have less maintenance, and our taxes are lower. And I'd love to work with you. And you can maybe add a tagline like, I give service your clients deserve by people they can trust, something like that. And then you can say, and I'm running this month 30% special. I will pay you 30% if you give me a referral, something like that. So there's lots of things that you can, and you can do several of them because they're only like a minute long or 2 minutes long. And I think it's such a great idea, and I don't see a lot of people doing it. And that's like always the best time to do things is when you're the only one doing it. And so please come to our class. It's tomorrow afternoon. If you go to agentformula.com and you hit the training tab, you need to register. The class is $10, and it's $10 because we're giving things away. So normally we haven't been charging for that class. Hi, Kate. Good to see Kate Hawks. We were just talking about you the other day and how you branded yourself with your hats. It's so good to see you. And I'd love to see you in some of our classes again. Yeah. You want my glasses? Oh, Kate, you're so funny. These, I like these glasses, don't you? Anyway, they complement my face anyway. I've learned now that I'm using the computer so much, I need glasses. It's so good to see you. And anyway, hi, Linda. Good to see Linda. Linda's here today. She hasn't made a comment, but I see you. I love you too. It's a great time to be alive in Las Vegas. I'm telling you, we're going to have a boom year, everybody. It's a great time to go in and start fostering some referral business and getting out there, giving value, not selling real estate. And if you notice on Facebook and some of the platforms, people are starting to get the message and giving value and talking about, here in Vegas, like with the new homes that are going on and some of the smart homes and some of the things they're offering. There is just so much that we can talk about on a video, and it doesn't have to be a long video. Remember that. It just has to be short and sweet. The most important thing is that you do them often. That's the key. And we have a green room. You can come and use the green room, and you can decide what you want in the background. And we have examples and show you what other people have done. with their permission, of course. They've given us permission, and be creative. So I'm going past my half hour. I didn't think I could talk a half hour all by myself without Max and or Jimmy, but Jimmy's here in spirit, I'm sure. So Jimmy's going to be giving a class. Jimmy Daig's going to be doing a negotiating class on Friday, and that's 10 to 1 with a free lunch, and that class is $10, and it's for 3 general CE credits, and he's going to be talking about negotiating, and Jimmy is very much into what value we have over the iBuyer platforms and the open doors, the offer pads, the Zillows, and the people that are trying to take a piece of our business, and they're doing it actually. So we need to be out there, and the people that are out there are going to be the people who get the business and take that particular business away from those platforms. Netflix, can't remember his name, the president of Zillow. His name escaped me for a moment. Anyway, he's also on the board of directors for Netflix, and he also was the owner of Expedia. And so believe me, he knows what he's doing, and he's going to try to take our business from us and make it a seamless transaction, as he puts it, because we're so disruptive. Agents, he thinks, are disruptive because we make people stage their homes, and that has nothing to do, as far as I'm concerned, with the representation that we give our clients and the way we negotiate on their behalf. And we truly do give them more money. If you go on your blog tab and you click the downloadable guides, there's a guide that we've created that shows the difference between a Zillow offer, an open door offer, and a realtor offer. And it's right there in black and white. And if you're out there trying to get listings, get permission from your seller to get bids from these other platforms, and make that part of your presentation and show them the value that you give, and that you negotiate for them, you represent them, and you put thousands and thousands of more dollars in their pocket. So just remember that those iBuyer platforms treat equity like Vegas does the Vegas chips. You know why Vegas does Vegas chips? When you go up to a table, you give them money and they give you chips, and now the chips have no emotional attachment to you. That money you probably worked hard for, but those Vegas chips have no meaning. They're just colorful chips. Well, in my opinion, the iBuyer platforms use people's equity the same way. The equity, our homes have appreciated over the past several years. And so it's just paper money. It's just money on paper. And so the homeowner maybe doesn't feel that they're losing anything, but they are. Thousands of dollars. And we need to educate them and show them our value. There's always going to be people that need to sell their home in a hurry. I'm sure you've heard that. And that probably works for some of the people. My partner, Aaron Taylor, will buy their home too, and he'll pay them more. So there's a lot of other agents out there that will buy people's homes and pay them more. So we just need to get out in front of people, because I don't want these platforms to take our industry. So I love everybody. I've got to get out of here. I start talking, I can't be quiet. So y'all have a wonderful week. Go to agentformula.com. Look at all the training that we have. Sign up for our lead conversion class on Monday. It's only $10, and you get a couple leads, and you get a video, or you get 2 videos actually. So it's certainly worth it. Please come, check it out, register, and I hope to see you. And we're going to keep on keeping on. Bye, everybody. Have a wonderful week, and I love you.